If you're looking to lose weight you've gained over the holidays, you may want to consider intermittent fasting. And new research suggests it can help other conditions, including Alzheimer's. The latest study coming out of Johns Hopkins University and published in the New England Journal of Medicine says there's increasing evidence that eating in a 6-hour period and fasting for 18 hours can trigger a metabolic switch that can result in multiple health benefits. A doctor we spoke to this afternoon at Lenox Hill Hospital is a big supporter of intermittent fasting.
From everything from decreasing abdominal fat to helping with neurodegenerative diseases such as Alzheimer's, to improving insulin sensitivity, diabetes, hypertension, and pretty much every metabolic disease. I recommend intermittent fasting to my patients for weight loss, gut health, and metabolic health.
Joining me now are A-plus panel in studio, Lisa Durden, social commentator, and Jeanette Hoffman, Republican strategist. Well, Lisa, let me start with you because this is like an amazing topic. I recently went to a nutritionist because I was having some intestinal problems, and she's the person that introduced me to this intermittent fasting where you don't eat from 8 o'clock at night to 11 o'clock in the morning for me. And I got to tell you, my stomach has felt great. I've lost weight. And my mom always used to talk about you got to let your colon relax and digest food. What are your thoughts?
One thing is, I call it the forced fast. When you're poor, you have a forced fast. So I grew up very hungry because my parents had 5 kids and they didn't have a lot of money. So we fasted constantly, but we didn't know it was called fasting. So that was kind of a forced fast. And I'm a little poor now, so I don't eat that much food anymore. But I was in pharmaceutical sales for a long time, so we actually did do a lot of research on nutrition. I sold drugs for diabetes, hypertension, and actually, those studies are not that conclusive. They cannot say for sure that fasting extends your life, but I do think that you do need to give all of your organs and your innards, as they call them, a bit of a rest. But I don't know about those many hours. I think they say you should starve about 6,
it's up.
8 hours.
There's different times on that. Jeanette, actually,
there's different guidelines.
Yeah, so, I mean, what do you think? I mean, it just seems to me to be reasonable. It goes contrary to all the medical advice that's been given with regard to nutrition for so many years. What are your thoughts?
Yeah, and the diet industry has always said, you know, eat multiple meals, like 6 meals, as many as 6 meals a day to lose weight. You really have to feed your body to rev up your metabolism. But now intermittent fasting has become very popular. I've tried it on occasion. It's kind of hard to stick to because you really have to be disciplined. You know, I almost just skip breakfast because I kind of don't need it in the morning. And I start my eating around 12 o'clock. And then you really have to finish up around 6 or 8, depending on the kind of fast that you're doing. I really think it works.
I found that it stopped me from doing what I do is grazing. But let me ask you.
Grazing with your cow?
Does it make you, does it make you feel better, Jeanette? Does it make you sleep better? What do you think?
Yeah, I think it gives me more energy during the day, but you really have to watch that late night snacking and those late night meals because that's where a lot of people, I think, fall off the wagon.
No, I think the intermittent fasting, first of all, people are getting confused. You're not supposed to be doing it to lose weight. You're supposed to be doing it for your overall health. Now, I'm a weirdo. Like, I like my heaviest meal at night. During the day, I drink my cup of coffee, I'm going. I eat my heavy meal at night. And I'm still a chubby bunny. I've not lost 1 pound.
All right, great conversation, guys. It doesn't make a difference when you're fasting, so long as you're giving a colon a break. So maybe it's worth a try to stop those grazers. Great conversation, guys. Really appreciate it. A Queens community surprised and on alert after 2 men are shot in a suspected drive-by. As police search for who did it, Nate Rogers spoke to people who work in the area.
Bob, this may be a challenge for detectives to piece together. As one police source tells me, the victims are not fully cooperating in the investigation. Now, here's Citizen App video of the scene around 4:30 Thursday morning. Police say 2 men in their 30s were shot multiple times while sitting in a parked car near Steinway and Broadway Avenues here in Astoria. Authorities believe the lone shooter drove up, began firing from another vehicle, then immediately left the area.
It's a surprise. Like, we've never had anything like that happen here. The area is pretty safe. You know, I come here, drive here every day.
Now, several businesses are located along Steinway. Residents say the neighborhood is pretty quiet except for late night traffic from a local nightclub.
I've never really heard of anyone getting shot in their car like that.
As broken glass from the shattered car window remains, police continue to search for surveillance video and speak with residents. Some business owners say they must now tighten up security.
Put more security alarm and all of that, you know, make sure everything is safe. But it's weird, you know. I buzz in, you know, stuff like that. But yeah. You have to be on the lookout these days. It's tough.
And finally, Bob, at last check, both victims remain in critical condition at the hospital. In Queens, I'm Nate Rogers for Chasing News.
Excited about your plans for New Year's Eve? There are surveys about everything, and New Year's Eve is no different. Jane Burdett joins us now to talk about what the latest poll says about what people are planning, what they're not, and how they feel about the New Year's kiss. Jane?
Bob, more than 2,000 adults took part in the Harris Poll Eventbrite survey. Does it surprise you to hear that more than 75% of Americans surveyed in early December said they were making no plans for New Year's Eve?
No plans for New Year's Eve. Well, that sounds like a lonely thing. What else?
It does. Some more findings. Respondents said they were willing to spend an average of $185 for a New Year's Eve night out on the town.
Wait, whoa, $185.
Yeah.
That's probably because they jacked the prices so much. It's probably Burger King and McDonald's that they're paying for that.
You never know. To each their own. But yeah, I mean, it also looks like a lot of people hope love will be in the air. 45% of single people seeking a partner said they want to meet new people as the bubbly starts flowing. So that's what they go. I mean, for me, the real kicker of the survey, just like you mentioned, it's 65% of people surveyed think the classic New Year's Eve kiss is overrated.
That's probably 65% of the people that are kissing somebody they don't want to be kissing. Isn't that true? I mean,
potentially.
Look, I will tell you, I've been with my wife for many, many years, and that New Year's kiss gets better and sweeter each and every New Year.
Yeah, it's lucky, you know, you to have somebody to share that with.
Well, I got advice for people. If you want that kiss to mean something, we got to drive those numbers down. We got to kiss the one that you want.
Totally.
So I don't want to get too personal. I won't ask you about that 65% number or where you fall in it. But what are you doing this New Year's Eve?
New Year's Eve, my boyfriend and I are going to Cape May. Very excited. So that should be really fun.
So that kiss is going to be okay. You're going to be in the statistical minority. All right. Awesome. Good for you. I hope that kiss is as sweet as mine is with my wife.
Appreciate it. Thanks.
Happy New Year.
Thank you too.